Guys, welcome back. As you know, we have explored a lot of filament, and since filament is actually built on top of Livewire, I thought why not to go to the core. So in the new series, I'm going to teach you Livewire from the scratch, the simplest and most practical way possible. So we will start from the basics. We will learn components, data binding, events, and go all the way to building real world application using the Livewire. And obviously we'll follow each and everything from the documentation, is documentation is always the key, right? So the first thing what we are going to do is I have already created a fresh new Laravel project, Livewire course. So if you see here, you can see here I have nothing to do it. It's just a fresh project. So the first thing we are going to install is Livewire on that. But remember, you can directly install Livewire using the starter kit also. So if I go here, if I show you Laravel new ABC, so you can always choose Livewire here. So which will obviously give us the starter kit to use. So, but I'm not using that. So it's my new fresh Laravel kit. So first of all, we are going to uh, add the Livewire package. It's so simple that we don't need to do anything much more. And that's it. We have our Livewire package installed. So, I think the first thing we need to do is start with the hello world. So I will go to our welcome.blade.php and okay, let me just clear everything. Let me just clear this if and inside the div. Okay, also main. Okay, and I don't need the header. Okay, so here let me just write s3 hello world. I think this is how we always start the project, right? So okay, here is the hello world. Mm, Let me just give it the class text white. Yeah. So now we have the hello world code here. But this is a completely Laravel, right? So now to start with Livewire, the first thing we are going to do is, okay, here they have created the counter, but I'll just create a new component. So if you are from any other JS frameworks like Vue or React, there also you have worked with the component and the concept is almost similar, but the only difference is they are JS component and we are going to use the PHP component. Let me show you how we can create that. PHP artisan make component and the name of component. Let's say greeting, right? So it will create me two files. If you go here inside app, use greeting, I have one component here, right? And similarly, it is rendering the one view file which is inside views. Sorry, I created a component. I need to create livewire. My bad. Okay, PHP artisan make livewire. Sorry. Okay, greeting. It's the same thing, but okay. So if I go here, I have a livewire, and inside there I get the greeting as a livewire component, right? And similarly, inside the views, I have a greeting blade file. So if you see here, this is a component and this component is, so if you remember, we have also created a similar type of component in our filament, right? It's the same thing. We have a render method, which will always render the view file. And if I go back here, and the first thing, let's start with how we can use that, right? So the easiest way is we don't need to do anything. It's same like include. Similarly, we can use @livewire, or we can also use livewire tag. like this, and then name that the file name is greeting. That's it. Livewire greeting. If I refresh here, I have not got anything because if I go to my greeting, here is nothing message, right? So if I click here S3, hello all, yeah, here I have got that. So let me just give this text white. See, this is how we can get the how we can use the Livewire component here. Okay, let's explore this now. So now the it's it is remember it like as a controller, right? So we have this render method which will always return the view, and you can always pass the data as you used to pass here. So suppose I need to pass here code daily, then I can use that hello, and then the code daily is always the name, right? If I refresh here, yeah, hello code daily, I get the message here. So this is how we used to return the data from the con controller, right? So instead of this, what we can do is we can always create the public properties here, right? If I create public name code daily, then we don't need to pass them through the render method. All the public properties are always directly passed to the blade file. If I refresh here, see, I can't see anything, any issues, right? But if I make it private, so I will get the issue, right? Undefined variable dollar name, because private name values are never passed through the render method. Only the public are passed. So we don't need to worry on that. This is how basically a component works. So in the next video, we are going to further on actions, how we can use actions and events on the Livewire component.